We are back with another game of Age Mythology, the Titans, joined with the fabulous ChronoJJ, spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Zeus. His name is Gaboo, the 21st. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Zeus as well, is CheekyRepeater. The map is Anatolia. It's currently 2-0 for CheekyRepeater in this best of 5 series for the Bill Gregg Open. Finally seeing a water map, Chrono. What do you got to say for it?
You are. Well, it's gonna be a bit of a strange game to look at because Gaboo's played Loki twice, is now playing Zeus against Cheeky, who normally plays Zeus. So a Zeus mirror and Gaboo going into it knowing that Cheeky is normally Zeus. So that's kind of a strange, I guess, to me, God choice. But I guess when you're thinking of maybe Loki on this map, probably not that great.
Yep.
So probably
Yeah.
the reason for that.
Yeah, I like
So a
that
Zeus mirror.
there's no I like that he thought about it and was like, no, Loki's probably not my best bet on this map, and he's going for something different here. Um, yeah, I think it's a smart play from Gaboo, and that's just completely the reason why we've structured the tournament how it is.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I don't know how good Gaboo's Zeus is. He must be somewhat confident with it. We do have a question: why not Isis or Set? You're right. Like Isis on Anatolia is just monstrous. I'm guessing Gaboo does not play Egyptian. Would be my guess.
Yeah, but I mean, Zeus is just as monstrous on this map. He can do some crazy things. I've been seeing many people doing these build orders where they get 20 or like 18 or 21 fishing ships in the archaic age, followed by a immediate per scene, and then they can afford to build trireme and advance to the heroic age at like 830. So Zeus can then get out Skylar, and there's not a lot you can do as anybody once those start coming out in some sort of fierce amount of scalar building. I don't know, mass, some sort of
Uh,
mass.
yeah, and I would like to point out that Cheeky built a granary to eat his boar, and Gaboo just stayed on the goats, which has resulted in Gaboo for a while was about 2.5 boats ahead on the water. Normally, you don't see players building, at least Greeks, building granaries here because of the slowdown on water. So I feel like that's a little bit of a mistake from Cheeky to do that.
Yeah, but it's not going to matter that much so long as just a bit based on how the fish have laid out. If Gaboo had been able to steal a fishing ship or a fishing spot, then it would have been really really good. But Cheeky's actually got his forward two spawns really close to him, so he's going to be able to get the last three, and it's not gonna make that much impact. I think Gaboo comes out with. Actually, I don't even know if it comes out with more resources because Cheeky gets the hunt, but he's gonna
Right.
maybe it's even ish. Not sure.
I, I think it's better to do the goats. I think you slightly come out ahead just because of how, because I mean he's already got all. Well, now they're about even on the bottom. It's probably does come out pretty even though. With as close as the boar spawned, Cheeky probably could have lured it to get pretty close to the town center without even having to build a granary.
Yeah, and that's what we're seeing
Like
from Gaboo here.
look what
Yeah.
Gaboo's doing. Yeah,
Yeah.
he could have got that boar to come in even closer yet.
Oh, but look at what Cheeky's doing here. It's like he knows this map and this matchup. He's actually throwing a forward dock on the top side of the river, and he's going to steal away fishing ship spots from Gaboo. And Gaboo's dock is super late, but we do see an early Athena here, and Cheeky is not clicked up yet. And he doesn't have his. Well, he just put his temple up, so we're going to see maybe like a 30-second difference here in classical age timing.
Yeah, Gaboo was late because for some reason he built his second dock on the bottom.
Oh, I see. A classic mistake.
I mean, you need a second dock at some point, but it's better to put your second dock on the top and your third on the bottom.
Yeah, normally we're seeing slightly later advance times from Zeus, and you get two docks on both sides, and you build those third and fourth docks as you're advancing to the classical age.
Pulls up Athena.
Yeah, but for some reason, CheekyRepeater stopped building fishing ships on that top. He could have easily filled in the rest of those fishing spots as he was advancing there, but choosing to save that wood for something else.
With that wonderful shooting docks that Titans introduced, you get the defender's advantage on water.
Those wonderful shooting docks indeed, Chrono. You know how to get under my skin.
I do.
Alright, so now we're both in the classical age. The general idea that's been developing from, that's been changed over the years. It used to be once you hit the classical age, you just build villages to wood until you have about 20. But now it's more, you just build villages straight to gold because you can do so much more with the heroic age or a second town center than you can with the archership spam. So we'll see what these guys choose to do. We do see the triremes coming in now, dealing some damage to CheekyRepeater's fishing ships, and he's not garrisoning them fast enough into the docks. You should not be losing them at all, but Gaboo is going to shut down the fishing from CheekyRepeater, and that's actually huge right now. But he is still building fishing ships on the top of the map, so maybe he's okay with just sacrificing this bottom side in favor of fishing at the top side. Oh, we do see a second town center.
Cheeky. Who's getting? Oh yeah, Cheeky getting that right in the middle. Yeah, Cheeky. Yeah, you can't. You don't get much of an advantage losing water like this and getting a town center unless he's able to get full control of the top.
Yeah, if you want to just play defensively on this map, what you do is you look how many triremes your opponent has, and you build like half the amount of triremes, and you sit under your docks. That way, they have to really commit to take the water, and then you can react from there. Well, we see the Minotaur attacking the Selman right now, and for some reason, no bolt coming down, and no real reaction from the heroes.
That instant bolt there, because Jason's going forward and raiding Bill, which they killed the Bill, but
yeah, the bolt comes down on Jason as well as Odysseus comes out, and that's just you wanna use bolt on Odysseus every time because he takes longer to train, he costs more resources, it's just so much more damage you do. And CheekyRepeater randomly sending his trireme in to die from Gaboo. He actually had the situation under control. He could have just chilled under his docks there and continued to fish for free, but now this town center. Go on.
No, I'm just saying he lost all those just for no reason.
Yeah.
The Minotaur. Gaboo's got the first hit in on the Cheekies for the special. So that's gonna stop the town center from going up.
Yeah, this is huge, and behind this, Gaboo's going for his own second town center. He started it later, gets it up before, so it's a huge win for Gaboo because that just means he had more resources to play with, and he's gonna have a stronger economy as well. And now the Minotaur's in here. Jason's here to push him away, but Odysseus is probably going to be enough to slow this down even more, and this is going to be a huge economic advantage for Gaboo here.
Losing some boats on the water though. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't think you need to fight here. Oh, I'm using restoration. Oh, that's not what you want to see. Restoration on water here is not what you want to be doing. But
why would you do that?
Yeah.
Oh.
But
I'm also surprised that Odysseus ran away. Like, why would he not just stay there and slowly pick off the bills? Who cares if Odysseus dies slowly to Jason?
Yeah. I don't think he does die. I think Odysseus wins that fight, right?
I mean, just have Odysseus shoot at the villagers and just continually tank the damage.
Well, that's also true. We've got the armory coming up now for CheekyRepeater. Dionysus coming through. And Gaboo, not quite, he's close, but he's not quite there. That's a lot of villagers on the wood, and he's being currently housed at 90 population. We got one villager on the favor though, so that's not a lot of Skylar. So I'm not sure if Dionysus was possibly the right choice here. I guess you can use bronze to control the middle of the map. We don't have any military buildings up for CheekyRepeater either. Third town center. Third town center incoming right now for CheekyRepeater. Gaboo's got to do something about this. He is managing to control the top side of the water.
Yeah, that's big if he can keep a hold. I mean, Dionysus just should. I mean, it depends how fast Cheeky is Gaboo is able to go up, which
he should be advancing now. Yeah, Dionysus is coming through Gaboo. Yeah. 10:22 into the game. For some reason, we're seeing CheekyRepeater throwing down a stable. It's not the best choice on this map because there's not a lot of mobility needed because you're normally focusing your fight into specific locations, and you're also Zeus, so you get the bonus of having faster hoplite as well. But yeah, just not throwing up enough military buildings at all just now. Check out CheekyRepeater's resources. He's got like enough resources for a pretty strong army. That's like probably like 10 or so Hippocon he can afford, or hoplite as well.
Ooh, Cheeky on the bottom is a really bad boat fight, and he's left his skillet behind.
Yeah.
He's fighting with just triremes.
That's super unfortunate.
That was a terrible fight.
Yeah, and now the Scala from Scala from Gaboo is the free Scala from Gaboo's now out, so he can defend there for forever if he feels like it.
Bit of harassment on Gaboo's forward town center.
Yeah, but he's going to be responding to that. He's got enough units here. The Hydra's getting caught out as well by the heroes, so that's huge. Getting that one picked off. And Jason getting targeted down by the villagers. Going to get a couple of villager kills. It's just got to feel good for CheekyRepeater. He's got all his villagers pumping right now. He's actually got quite a strong economy going. He just needs to throw down like 5 or 6 military buildings, and then maybe he'll be okay here, but just not doing it just yet. He doesn't even need to throw down like top archery ranges. Just like maybe stables and military academies would be the way to go at this point, but if he doesn't do that, Gaboo's going to be fine.
Gaboo transitions to full land right now. I mean, he's making hoplites versus Cheeky's Hippocon for some reason. The Hippocon are coming in, and Gaboo can take the forward. He could take that forward town center because Gaboo still has restoration.
Yeah, that's true. And it's going to be bronze and restoration against just bronze, which is actually even more of a big thing than you think, because when the more HP you have, the more effective armor is, right? So restoration is effectively like infinite HP.
Oh man, like Cheeky has no army at all. I mean, he has like 5 raiding Hippocon, but that's it.
Yeah, but he's got enough resources to go to the Mythic Age now, so if he goes through Hera, which he's going through I can't even say it, Hephaestus? That's not going to help him at all. Using Lightning Storm would be able to at least level the playing field. But good thing is he's been gathering from gold out here in the middle of nowhere and not being punished for it. So he's going to be able to come back to his home gold mine, which has like 2,500 gold left.
Oh. That was a good idea for him to mine forward like that. Whether or not it was intentional, I don't know. But we'll say it was, and it was a good idea because now he does hear right as
it does. Yeah, it doesn't matter one way or the other, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Now we have the military building spam coming up. Got the military academies coming up, archery ranges coming up. I still think we need to see something more like 6 or 7 buildings, given you're going to be struggling to get this town center back in. Not going through Hera is going to be a difficult one to deal with because Gaboo's going to be able to chase him. I'm sure he'll be able to hit Mythic Age at some point relatively soon after CheekyRepeater. He's like sitting at full population as well, so his resources are only going to be going up.
Yeah, Gaboo should probably just grab the town center and get like the building upgrades, and then by the time he gets Mythic, he'll still, you know, still have them control the middle.
Yeah, but Gaboo just deciding to go straight onto this town center here. He's actually going to be able to get it. There's only one Jason here to defend this. Heracles comes out, and Hephaestus is coming out right now for Gaboo, so it's only going to be like 1 minute and 30 seconds of extra plenty vault for him. This town center's gone. That's even less population to play with. 150 population for Gaboo to 115 of CheekyRepeater.
Yeah, that's losing that second town center. That's big. There's no reason that one should have gone down.
Yeah,
and we've got a raid up on the top left too.
That's all the gold income for CheekyRepeater gone. Well, not gone. He's still got the gold at home, but having no gold out of his base as well to be spending. No population to play with. If Gaboo can keep a CheekyRepeater away from these town centers, there is no way that he can get his own gold mine here.
Because Cheeky's got a ton more resources, but just no pop.
Yeah, I mean that's how it works. You spend all of those resources on villages and not on military buildings. You're gonna have a lot of resources and not much military, and losing town centers definitely does not help. And also Bellerophon getting picked off there for what seems like free.
Cheeky should have just. He could have just walled that in a little bit better. I don't think he expected Gaboo to attack all the way that far in.
Yeah, nah. If he had gone through Hera there, he would have been able to just lightning storm, and there would have been no retreat for those units. All of them would have died. He would have leveled the playing field, at least in military, and then could have got his second town center back and at least had a fighting chance here. But sitting with no population is really difficult. He is actually able to get his second town center back because Gaboo, for some reason, has decided to leave it. Sees all the gold villages here and wants to punish this gold mine, I guess. The Colossus taking down the fortress. Does actually manage to do so. There's not really any heroes over here for Gaboo. Olympic Parentage is coming in though. All these villages look like they're going to be falling. Looks like Gaboo also taking this a fourth town center. There's nothing that CheekyRepeater can do to stop this one. Restoration coming down for Gaboo as well. Trying to save that Hydra, but did not click Q on it fast enough. Q is the stop command. Did not stop it. If you stop the your units from moving, they get the full what is it? The full 30 or 300 HP a second of healing. Not doing that one just yet. Colossus and everything else moving forward. We've got heavy infantry in for Gaboo. No armory upgrades, whereas CheekyRepeater's got the bronze upgrade, so he does have quite a strong army here, but 180 population to 130 population is the difference right now, and the economy of Gaboo is absolutely gigantic. We still have bronze left, so that'll even level the armor difference here. Got 54% to 54% to 63%, so it's a little bit less drastic than otherwise would have been the case. The army of Gaboo is just too many units here. The Colossus trying to get saved for Gaboo here. If we can actually move that over and start eating a large gold mine. Oh, it does manage to take that one out eventually there. Gold mine just about to be expired from CheekyRepeater. Only got 100 gold left in it. CheekyRepeater still actually managing to stay at 130 population though, and Gaboo's actually fallen from his 180. He's managed to stick a gold mine here, but Bellerophon coming in, he's going to immediately pick off villages. Army for Gaboo moving in as well, going to take everything else off. The hero is moving in as well. This gold mine has completely been nullified. The army of CheekyRepeater looks like it's going to try and make it a dash for this forward town center of Gaboo here. Fortress trying to come up, but it's just not going to be able to get up at all in time. We'll see if Gaboo can react to this or not. He doesn't have any army over here at all. Not sure.
No, His military buildings are too far back, and he doesn't have enough of them.
Got some idols as well, but Cheeky 130 pop versus 180. Not sure where it all is. Oh, it's all making its way over, and Gaboo does have fortified town centers, but no masons or architects, so could just click on that one and take it down really, really quickly. But the army is here.
Up in on the triremes on the right still.
Yeah, he's managed to take out the market. It's not going to matter too much, but he has managed to stop CheekyRepeater's food income, which is actually gigantic because he's got no income on the land, and he's basically just trying to make infantry units here, which cost food. Got a couple of Toxotes in the army, but it's not going to be enough.
Cheeky's eco is kind of fading now, though.
Yeah, it's grim. He's managed to sneak this gold mine for a little bit longer, but I'm sure Gaboo's not gonna allow that one for too long. Seeing Masons come through, followed by Jason, Odysseus, all those heroes to pop out. Heliopolis trying to pick off some military buildings, which is the right idea, but getting picked off a little bit too easily there. It's a lot of resources in those that just get picked off really, really quickly if you throw them away like that. Again, idle military for Gaboo. Just needs to use those a little bit more efficiently, or just basically at all would be a good move. And there is the tap out. CheekyRepeater going down to Gaboo there. Nice play. Managing to
wins the Zeus War.
Yeah, wins the Zeus War, managing to hold on to those 4 town centers and just outpopulation Cheeky there. Super well played.
Cheeky Cheeky started off with the wrong units on the land. Going Hippocon was not the right choice. And then just seemed like Cheeky was just put too much value in the quick mythic age. Spent all his resources aging up, and then lost not only his forward but also his second town center.
Yeah, if he went through Hera, he wouldn't have lost that back town center. He would have killed off every single one of Gaboo's units. He would have been able to reclaim his forward town center, and then at least would have been in an equal population playing field there, and maybe not with the extra economy, but maybe he could have been able to outplay at that point. But definitely the right choice here would have been to just build up like 2 or 3 military academies, 2 or 3 stables, make army, and go for the gold, control the gold, and at least try and fight what Gaboo was doing there.
Yeah, Cheeky just put a little too much into the teching up, as opposed to Gaboo made an army and then was just able to stay on the offensive for too long.
Yes. So we're going to game number 4, it looks like. It's best of 5, so we'll see what happens. Cheeky just needs to win 1 more, and Gaboo needs those